Today, a reader. Tomorrow, a leader. The Daddy Bag of Books is available at daddyandcompany.com.
Welcome to My Life as a Dad. Today's guest is J.D. Roth, producer, executive producer, celebrity actor, childhood actor, but more importantly, a dad to two boys. Let's talk about what we call the birds and the bees. Have you had that talk?
Oh yeah, it was
Okay.
probably one of the greatest 3 hours of my whole life.
Wow.
And my friends they're super nervous, and they get transfixed. Oh, if I say the wrong thing, what am I going to do? And and they show this tape in 5th grade. And so I went and watched the tape. I'm surprised at how few parents showed up to watch it before their kids see it. Shocked. I'd say maybe 20% of the parents showed up to watch it.
Wow.
25%. I watched it, and then they usually just let the kids watch the tape and, hey, you got any questions? I wanted to take them out before the tape to a big old dad-son steak dinner.
Right.
And say, okay, here's the deal. You're about to see this tape, and let's talk about it. I'm going to tell you everything that's on this tape before you see it, because I want you to hear it from me first. And created a dialogue, with him. And I got to tell you, I wish I had 4 cameras on it, because it was the greatest 3 hours of my life. I didn't want to leave. And just the exchange back and forth. And one of my favorite parts was, I said, do your friends use any terms that are confusing to you, that you don't really understand but you're embarrassed to ask? He's like, yeah. I said, well, what is it? He said, well, what's a virgin? And I thought, what do you think it is? And he looked around the restaurant like it was a secret. And he looked, because he didn't want anyone to hear him. He looked around and he goes, well, Dad, they say that if you're a virgin, you dress like a girl and you might be gay.
Wow.
I said, your friends are idiots. That's not what it means at all. It's not even close. Virgin means untouched. You're all virgins. That's all it means. And to hear how confusing it can be to be a 5th or 6th or 7th or 8th grader, I realized, you have to give them as much information as possible or it will get confused. I'd rather him be the expert, than the guy in the corner just saying, oh yeah, agreeing with everyone and not really knowing.
Right.
And so I didn't give him too much. I just gave him the basics. And at the end, in the middle of the restaurant, he practically leapt on me at the end of the dinner to give me a hug. And I realized that is the moments, those are the moments he's going to remember.
Right.
When he gets older. Those are really specific moments in time. And it was really special.
You got the 21, 22-year-old guy who's married and his wife's pregnant. He's scared to death, a young kid, doesn't know what to do. What do you tell him? Give me that piece of advice. If you're going to do anything, dude, do this.
I would tell him that the greatest invention on the planet ever created is a kid. It is the greatest invention of all time. It's the only job that's, 3 8-hour shifts a day, 7 days a week that you don't get paid for, that you don't care.
Right.
And so there's no good time. 22, 32, 42, there's no right time to have a kid. But having that kid changes your life forever. And there's really no amount of sleep you can get to prepare you. You don't bank hours of rest to prepare for what's about to happen when day is night and night is day. And in the end, it's those moments when no one's around that are completely silent, when that baby is on you and the baby just lays its head and goes to sleep, that they're unduplicatable. Mm-hmm. There is no feeling on the planet that equals that. I love my wife. I love her. It is a completely different feeling that you have for your kid than you have, with your wife. The bond becomes stronger because you did something together that's magical, but looking into your kid's eyes is something that you cannot describe until you've done it yourself. You're laughing and crying and you're at the same time. Your brain just snaps and you're never the same from that moment on. There's very few moments in life that are either did that happen before or after?
Right.
And that's one. Did it happen before I had kids or after I had kids? I don't remember much about before, but I remember everything about after.
Right. So your advice is don't be afraid.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Do it.
Yeah.
Right? Step 1, step 2,
Exactly.
step 3.
Do it. Do it. What are you thinking
Hey,
so
you're
much
there,
for?
right? Come
Stop
on.
thinking. Just do it.
My life as a dad.
Any man can be a father, but it takes someone special to be the daddy. Please join us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, My Life as a Dad. If you have a favorite celebrity or athlete dad that you'd like to see on the show, please give us a comment below. Sponsored by Daddy & Company, the perfect gifts for dad. Get 15% off your next purchase at daddyandcompany.com using promo code MLAAD15.